Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about what events in my life have changed my life the most for the better or had some sort of positive effect on my life. What event has happened in my life that has changed my views on people, on society, and what I want out of life? Hands down, that was travel. More specifically, traveling very far to an exotic place. Now, you're not going to really be able to relate to what I'm saying unless you come from a rural area. I mean, this can be any country in the world. But I, for instance, come from Midwestern America, but that can be Canada, Australia, wherever. If you come from a place that lacks any sort of culture, you'll definitely get where I'm coming from. So if you're going to travel somewhere far away from your hometown or city, pretty much anywhere else in the world is going to feel exotic or feel foreign. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Midwestern America in many ways. But if you really want to learn about art, history, culture, humanity, all those things, you have to travel to Europe, Russia, China, Japan, etc. You see, if you travel to a foreign country for an extended amount of time, or even better, if you can live there for a while, you start to notice that everything in your life changes. Not only you as a person, not only your habits and all of that, but your surroundings change and all of the parameters change. So everything that your life has been grounded and based upon up until this point of you traveling to that country suddenly changes. And you get that wonderful culture shock and just that completely new feeling of almost rebirth. And it's this culture shock that changes you so much as a person. You don't speak the language very well, you take the wrong trains, you don't know how to ask for directions, the food is completely alien. It really is a rebirth sort of feeling. You are immersed in this new sort of environment that's completely alien. You have to relearn everything. It's this wonderful combination of adventure and accelerated learning that you could never get from any college course or textbook or movie or video. You really just have to go there yourself. But of course you have to be brave to leave your home country, to leave all your family and friends, to leave your job, to have to sell your car, to have to leave everything behind and go to a completely new place where you don't know anybody, you don't speak the language, requires a lot of bravery. And of course you have to sacrifice a lot. You might have to teach some sort of horrible English teaching job for a while. You might not be making that much money. You might have to live in a tiny 8 square meter Tokyo apartment.
Yeah, I can touch both.
It sounds completely crazy to most people, and everybody in your home country is going to tell you that you're crazy and that you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't move somewhere where you don't know anybody. It's dangerous. It's a bad idea. Why leave America? You know, all these sort of things. And you might have to leave behind a lot of things that you worked very hard for. But when you do finally take that leap and you buy your ticket and you're boarding your plane and your heart is racing and you have no idea what you're going to be doing for the next 3 months or a year or 2 years of your life completely alone in a foreign country, take it from me, it is 100% worth it. There's nothing else in your life up until that point that's going to compare to what you're about to experience. It's going to change you and better you in ways words can't even describe. If there's one thing that I ever truly learned in my life, it's that if you aren't doing things that scare you or make you uncomfortable or force you to work harder every day, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. And you are never going to get to that place in your life that you know you need to be the happiest version of yourself, to be the most successful version of yourself. Don't be afraid to sacrifice things. Don't be afraid to work harder. Don't be afraid to do things that scare you. It's a huge mistake in your life sometimes to think that you have to have everything planned out. Sometimes you just have to take the leap. You just have to sign the contract. You just got to get on the plane, whatever it is. You just have to pull the trigger, so to speak. So if you're a young person watching this video, do what you need to do, get your life in order, Sell all your possessions to get the money if you have to, but make it happen. Go out there to an exotic place far away from where you currently live and experience a new culture. Learn everything again from the ground up, learn a new language, and go out there and do something that scares you.
This is the rest of my house other than the loft upstairs.